All right, you know the deal, friends. It is the Rona Roundup. It is Wednesday, April 8th, and this will be a short and sweet version because it is the first night of Passover. So FaceTime Seder, Zoom Seder, have a solo Seder. Just don't infect your family. Let's get started. So Bernie has dropped out of the presidential race. It will be most likely Biden versus Trump this November. Trump has set the bar so low that I will take anyone at this point. I mean, my standards are really low. Kanye, if you're still thinking of running, I would consider you. Just anybody but Trump at this point. Let's move on to China. So China had their day yesterday. It was the first day without any COVID-related deaths. That's very exciting. Today marked the day that Wuhan, China released their travel ban. They released their lockdown. So people are traveling today. Basically, everybody has an app on their phone. It has a QR code. They can scan it, see where they live, where they've traveled to, their medical history, and then they take their temperature. This is really intense. So basically, I guess the US can take notes from what happens when China reopens, and hopefully eventually when we reopen, we can build upon that. So it looks like China has gone 0 to 100 real quick, and
0 to 100, nigga, real quick.
I guess we'll see what happens there. You knew I was going to play Drake's song. Moving on, they had a light ceremony to celebrate that this morning, which is a little extra if you ask me, but whatever. Let's keep talking about Orange Johnny. So Orange Johnny has had a temper tantrum because he thinks that the World Health Organization is favoring China over us. He says that they are slow to respond to the U.S. corona crisis because they've been China-centric, even though this whole pandemic started in China. So it makes sense that they've been paying a lot of attention there. So the U.S. funds a large portion of the World Health Organization's budget, and he is threatening to withhold that funding. This is very mature, especially during a pandemic. What else do you expect from the man who says that we're going to reopen the country on Easter and it's going to be tremendous? One more thing about Orange Johnny before we move on. So if you remember on Monday, I spoke a bit about hydroxychloroquine, which is the anti-malaria drug Trump is encouraging. Our president / medical director at this point is encouraging corona patients to be treated with. It has come out, surprise of the century, that Trump actually has financial stake in the drug. Trump, who is worth billions, has a stake in a French drug maker that makes a brand name version of hydroxychloroquine. So Trump, you're already worth billions. Let it go, man. Let it go. The NFL draft is being conducted at home this year for obvious reasons. We will see if the season gets delayed. We all know how much I love football. They are treating patients with high levels of vitamin C and D in hospitals. That is something you could do at home. You could be taking vitamin C and D. I highly recommend it. Lastly, Drake has opened up his home to Architectural Digest for a tour. The pictures are online. Totally worth seeing. NBA-sized court, gorgeous swimming pool. I would quarantine there next time if this happens in the fall. I know where I'm going. That is all. Happy Passover. Happy Wednesday. Go enjoy. Bye.